That's where we need people in the public to pay attention. People in the public to pay attention to things. We need them to call if they see suspicious activity, like a house of prostitution is kind of what I'm describing, where, random men are coming at all hours of the night, parking in front of your house, staying 15, 20 minutes and then leaving. That's kind of weird, right? And if that's happening on a regular nightly basis, or even if it's a consistent basis just on the weekends, however it's happening, it is a phone call that you need to make. And if it's nothing, it's nothing. But if it is something, we're only going to learn about it because of good community members that are making that call. And it isn't where you have to have the patrol car and the uniform show up at your house and all the neighbors see who called. You can call and leave your phone number and your information for a call back. Please leave your information for us to call you back because you may have witnessed other things that you forgot to tell us and that we have more questions about. Like, do you see a ring camera on their door? We're hoping that you can see that from across the street, or maybe you've been to their house before and you know the layout, you know what I mean? Other things. So that is the way that we would discover familial trafficking, I think, more than anything else is an informed public that will make that call.
Right. Be aware of your surroundings. Kind of keep an eye on your neighborhood. You don't have to spy. You don't have to be that crazy neighbor who sits on the on
Yeah.
the porch and watches everybody. But just be aware. Like you'll notice if you see things happening all the time because you'll be like, wow, it's like fourth car I'd seen there in an hour. You know what I mean? Like little things might stick out. And if you are not maybe sure of what you're seeing, start writing it down. That way, when you go back and look, you'll be like, wow, no, look at all these different times and instances. And then it holds a little more truth then because you're like, oh shit, I'm not crazy. Oh heck, I wrote all this
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. And also that's helpful for when we're going to ask, well, is this on Saturdays only? Or do you remember seeing this happen during the week? If you've written it down, you can say, well, it was this date, this date, this date, this date,
Right. This time, this color
Mhm.
copper. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. So I mean,
Mhm.
notebook can be your best friend sometimes. Just take notes
Yes.
if you're even in doubt and then hand it over to somebody who can do a little bit more investigating, see what's really going.
Yeah. And so in that instance, when we're talking about reporting, I would say that's something that's like been happening that you really just want someone to look into. Most states are coming up with their own human trafficking hotline. So Arizona has theirs, and I know Texas does.